Hi everyone, I'm Renee from Wanna Scrap and I'm excited to be here today with you. I'm in my craft room, as you can see. It's organized chaos. It might look bad, but I know where everything is. Anyways, as I was saying, I was very excited to be here today to share with you my tier trace series. I finally got it done and I can't wait to change it out next year. However, we're going to focus on this year and everything I've done. So I did it in a non-traditional kind of way, and I'm going to explain why as we go through it. I wanted it to be versatile for like Valentine's, Easter, Christmas, you name it, what have you. I can even change it out to a little fairy garden, so I'm really excited about all that. So I hope everybody is doing well, and I hope you like my videos. If you do, please push the like button, and if you haven't yet subscribed, feel free to do so. It's free, and I'd love to have you here. So let's move on to the tier tray series. So excited. Bye for now. So for starters, I picked up this charger plate from the Dollar Tree, and I also picked up a pizza pan. And I'm just using some Goo Gone just to get the stickers off, and you can't eat off these plates anyways. They're for decoration use only, so I'm not planning to use this for displaying foods. I already have multiple tier trays for that when we have our large parties. Now, to make sure this other moss stuff that I bought would work on this, I wanted to have it something really adhesive where it would cling to the plate. So I used this paint that we had kicking around in our stash here, and I just painted it all with like this house paint so it would really stick to the metal, and that way I was able to put the moss on, which we'll be seeing shortly. And again, with this pizza plate, I'm just getting all the sticker stuff off and making sure it's clean and ready to go, and made sure it was all sanitized before I started painting everything. And I'm just liberally applying this paint, and it does take a while to dry because it is a house paint, so I let it dry overnight. And almost done here. It's looking good. It doesn't have to be perfect because I will be covering all this up. And I just made sure I got the edges and there was no blank spots. And this stuff I had picked up at Michael's a while ago. It was on sale. I think it may be old. It didn't quite do what it said it was going to do, but I still love the results when I do use it for because I look at it in a different way, so I use it in a different way than kind of the way it says to use it, because it doesn't seem as thick and chunky. But for this purpose, it worked out perfectly fine. And it did stick wonderfully after everything was dry, so I just put this out in the sun. It happened to be a nice day, so I put it out in the sun and it dried really quickly. And I did the same with the charger plate also. I tell you, I'm really loving these fall DIYs this year. They're just so much fun and colorful. I feel so good to be bringing colorful items into the home during this COVID season when, you know, life as we know it has completely changed. So all our large parties have ceased. We don't do them anymore right now. So it's just nice to have, you know, your little 10 people bubble that can come into your home and, you know, really enjoy it. So I used this glass jar I had in my, or glass vase, I guess. I had bought it from either the Dollar Tree or Dollarama. Up here in Canada, we have those two dollar stores. Well, we do have a Dollar Way and a dollar store with more, but most time I shop at Dollar Tree or Dollarama. So nothing is ever over $4. except for what I mentioned before, any tools that I might use, the E6000 glue, glue guns, stuff like that I usually get from Michael's. So I wanted this to be a lighted tier tray. And I had the little chandelier there in my stash for quite a while. I had bought it a while ago and never knew what I was going to use it for. And to me, this was like the perfect project. And I know it does not seem like fall, but you'll see what I do in the end here. And I'm just putting E6000 on all the jump rings where they're holding on to the gems here. And I'm just putting that on there so it'll stick and hold into the vase because it fits perfectly. So pretty. I just love this piece. I kind of wish I bought a couple of them now. It looks so real with diamonds, but it's all plastic. And I just had the clip there to hold the battery pack till everything sets. I'm just making sure everything is straight and sitting still. And I want to take some pressure off the battery pack for now, so till I get everything glued up onto the trays. And I did use some matte gel here to help it stick on the bottom. It does dry clear, not that it really matters because it'll always be covered anyways, but I wanted a really strong hold. And just to get it to stay put, I put some hot glue down. And you just try to measure where you think the middle is. It's so hard to judge. And then after that has set, I use some more matte gel so I can put on the upper plate. And a little bit of hot glue also, just to help keep it still while it dries. And just applying pressure to make sure it sticks. And the battery pack will get glued underneath. And you got to make sure that you can still access the batteries, where you can unscrew the battery pack and change out the batteries. So make sure it is glued on there properly, where you can still reach the on-off switch and change out the batteries. Right now, to change it out for the fall season, I'm just measuring a piece of burlap that fits around there perfectly. Now, that piece obviously won't work because it's going to fit perfectly, so I did cut it a little bit longer. And I will be attaching some Velcro strips so I can change out if I don't want the glass and the chandelier showing. I can cover it up with burlap or Christmas stuff or any way I see fit. So I'm just folding this to the exact size how it would fit around the vase. And now I'm going to hot glue my Velcro dots on here. And I'm just going to fold it over in such a way that it'll match the same size so that I know it'll fit. I know, there's got to be a better way. Maybe I could have used a measuring tape, but for now, for whatever reason, this is the way it worked in my head, and it worked on the vase. So, and I just wanted to make sure I had a couple of them because the vase is really tall. So I just wanted to make sure that I got them all glued on. And I may still add a flower in the end, I'm not sure. but it does look a little plain on my vase, so it's always going to be a work in motion. And we're almost done here. And I absolutely love the results. Like I said, this way I can make sure that I can cover it up at any given time where I don't want the chandelier to show. But obviously there is going to be times when I do want the chandelier to show. And this is the way it looks when it's all lit up. And then I added some hay to give it that fall feel. And this is the way it turned out. And almost everything on the tier tray is handmade from the dollar store. Most items were purchased from there. So, yeah, this is it. It's beautiful.